Hello, this is Paul Nelson with Western's Ort Floors, Wyoming Wood Floors, and today we are in Montello, Wisconsin. I'm here with Mr. Gary Ort. Gary, Ort Flooring and Lumber.
So yes, I'm an MFMA mill. I'm mill 102, located at Montello, Wisconsin. Got 40 years of experience in the wood business. Currently making MFMA hard maple sports flooring of all thicknesses and all widths.
We were just out in your mill, Gary, and really impressive. You said been doing this for 40 years. You've owned sawmills.
Yes.
You've owned kilns. You're in various businesses across the wood industry. But now, recently, in this company, you've just become an MFMA member.
Correct. Yes. I was formerly owned Acer Flooring,
Okay.
So I have experience in the MFMA since 1998. But back then, I was originally, my family is fifth generation in New London, Wisconsin, so we had sawmills, Ort Lumber Company. I had dry kilns. Wolf River Lumber had 93 dry kilns, so I dried over 1 billion board feet of hardwood lumber. So there's no thing more important than it's got to start with the lumber's got to be dried correctly, got to be stored correctly, and then milled correctly, and then graded correctly.
And I really appreciate your time. We've had a wonderful tour of your facility here and looked at all those different components of what you're doing. Maybe you could talk just a little bit about the process of taking a maple log to a piece of maple flooring. Briefly, in a minute or two, can you explain that process?
Sure. So maple is no forest grows 100% just one species. Hard maple in northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan is a predominant species. In some forests as little as 20%, some maybe as many as 70%, but never 100%. So the logs are cut from the forest. The best logs go into veneer. Then the sawmills cut the boards and they go into moldings, cabinets, and then the medium grade ends up in flooring, and the lowest grade ends up in pallets. Then the next important step is it goes to a dry kiln where it's kiln dried, and then it comes to a flooring mill, a cabinet plant, or a molding plant where it's usually ripped, surfaced, and value-added things like flooring, molded, and matched, graded for the customer.
You talked about the importance when you get that blank, I think you call it a blank, in from the kiln, of holding that product in a fairly environmentally controlled facility.
Yes, maple, beech, birch, hickory, they pick up moisture fairly quickly. So there's certain times of the year where if the humidity is high, especially in the summer, late May, June, July, August, and September, if that lumber is not stored in an environment where the humidity is controlled, that lumber will pick up moisture very fast. And blanks, like that's a ripped, maybe 2.5 inch that goes into 2 1/4 maple flooring. If it's now a ripped and surface blank, it'll pick up moisture faster. So the farther you get down in the process before you mill it, the more important it is where and how you store them rips in the humidity controlled environment, so you don't mill something at 12% into a flooring or a molding product, and now it shrinks when it gets installed where the relative humidity is 7% or maybe 6 or 5%. So it's very important where you store the lumber and store the rips, actually before it's molded. More important than even where you store the flooring.
For sure. Well, I can't thank you enough for the tour today. Now, being a new MFMA member, are you actively looking for the right dealers to install your product?
Yes, I've been in the wood business for 5 generations. I'm very passionate about the wood business, the flooring business, and yes, I'm actively looking for good partners to install more both sports and residential flooring.
Very good.
So currently looking for good installers.
And after our tour today, I feel very comfortable recommending to anyone that your product would be a first-class product. Gary, I appreciate the tour and your time. And I wish Ort Flooring and Lumber nothing but the best.
Thank you.
For Western Sport Floors and Wyoming Wood Floors, coming to you from Monticello, Wisconsin, this is Paul Nelson. You make it a great day.